Iterative incremental models. An iterative software development model eliminates the drawback found in the sequential V model. Using this software development strategy, products are built using a series of iterative steps. There are 4 tasks in each step of the development process: identify requirements, create design, create code, test code. Testers are typically engaged during the development process, and because testers are able to test for defects during development, they're much easier to identify and fix. Examples of this development model include rapid application development, where the components are developed in micro-projects typically in parallel. The rational unified process, which is based on some elementary concepts of workflow. Think who, what, and how. In rational, for example, there are roles, the who part of the workflow, there are work products, the what, and there are tasks, the how. In prototyping and agile development, projects are broken down into micro-projects, and the formal functional spec is replaced or supplemented by a prototype. The agile process also emphasizes face-to-face communication rather than formal written docs. In using an iterative model, formal documentation and client requirements are not required prior to starting development. Now you're probably scratching your head thinking, what? No requirements? And well, it's true. No formal client requirements in the traditional sense, like a waterfall project. What happens here is the identification of the iterative requirement for that mini project, if you will, and the functional test that supports it. Then the design is created, code is created, and then tested. Because it's iterative, you are creating a very small piece of the software product at each iteration, and so it is much easier to identify functional requirements and develop that small piece of software. Also, client representatives can be involved in testing really early in the development process. So as a piece of the software product is developed, the client's testing reps can get involved to verify requirements and suggest changes if indicated. Note that there is a time frame or set schedule and a fixed cost allocated for each step, and this process is repeated until all client and system requirements have been met. These test levels are important considerations to iterative development models. Regression testing, which tests unchanged parts of the software product to make sure that changes made to other parts of the product don't create unwanted defects in the unchanged parts. Verification testing makes sure that the software products are being developed in